So what we're witnessing in crypto right now is probably one of the wildest things we will ever see in our lifetimes, probably one of the craziest things we'll ever see in crypto in general. And understand that although it's very interesting and exciting, it's causing some downside price in terms of SHIB and other assets right now. It is in fact temporary. We have seen this same thing happen on a smaller scale before, and what actually comes out of it is actually pretty darn good. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So I'm not going to sit here and say that, oh yeah, price is awesome and we're exploding and all those things, right? Obviously it sucks. We're two straight red days. Yesterday was a 5.8% down. Today we're down 8.13%. I've seen us actually all the way down in these ranges of 40207 as well. And what's interesting about this is a continuation of yesterday. And we've seen this happen before. This continuation, what I mean by that is we're seeing still Trump coins suck a lot of liquidity out of the market. People are chasing it. And if that's what people want to do, fine, go right ahead. But understand that the moves that it's seeing are in fact temporary and not sustainable. All right. And this isn't the FUD Trump coin or anything like that. We've seen this happen many times before. And what's interesting about this is there's this huge inverse correlation right now. And that is that as Trump coin falls in price, SHIB actually pumps. And as Trump coin climbs in price, SHIB actually falls. So what you're seeing is people playing both sides of this, right? They're trying to scalp and pick up a little bit more of a position, and they're flowing back to their assets, which is a really good sign. Because what that means is once the big correction does start happening, you're going to see a huge surge in alts throughout the space, right? Now, this isn't a guarantee or financial advice or anything like that. And the reason why we're having a red day in general across the market, guys, is because late last night, I talked about this in my ADA video earlier, late last night, big exchange listings for Trump coin. Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, huge surge of liquidity. People once again chasing and moving their assets around. It is what it is. Now, what I will say is structure for SHIB still looks good. Okay. And this isn't hopium or copium or anything like that people like to accuse me of in the comments. But understand that SHIB basically fell back within structure. It came back down to the mean, back down to its support level. It would have been great to still be broken out here, but we didn't. We're back in our big descending wedge. And what's interesting about this is we actually saw this right back here. Saw the exact same thing. We were broken out of our trend. We actually set a little bit higher high here, came back down and tested our support right before we made our extension to the upside. Look at this right here. Slightly higher high, breakout, retest our trend, and that may be SHIB's next move. Now, again, this isn't a guarantee or financial advice or anything like that. Understand that everything still looks good in the market. But what's interesting about this is there's obviously huge pressure fueling Trump coin to the upside. But at that same time, there will be big profit taking that happens. All right. I've seen people posting about their bags and making, millions of dollars. I've seen people spam buys of like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like, look at these, right? $450,000 buy. When does that person take profit, right? When does some of these large bags start taking the money? When things flatten out, right? The only reason that it got this huge second leg surge was because of the exchange listings. Well, what's next, right? Maybe you get an inauguration day mentioned by Trump. Maybe it surges to $100 a coin, right? Who knows? But then we've seen this play out before. You guys remember Book a Meme? You guys remember it became the fastest asset ever to breach $1 billion? It happened in less than 24 hours. It was the big craze, the big excitement, right? And then it cooled down. It got quiet. And then since that time, which is just in March of 2024, it's just consolidated and consolidated and consolidated. And people, frankly, have forgotten about it, right? I don't see a single person mention it anymore. Now, granted, that being said, Trump coin has a lot bigger narrative. Obviously, Trump could just say, oh, yeah, my meme coin, Trump coin, right? And then it starts pumping, right? That's where it's a little bit different. But there will be a point where people take profit and start flowing back to other assets. And what's interesting about that is they now bring back more capital. Understand at the same time, we're still seeing huge accumulation for something like SHIB behind the scenes. And again, this shift that we're seeing in the market, it's a temporary shift. We've seen this happen before. We saw it happen with Book a Meme. We've seen it happen with other assets, and then people return. And if people bring back more money, awesome. If you bring back less money, well, that kind of sucks. But even Shitoshi alluded to this as well. And again, I don't reference Shitoshi often, but Your Pop actually said, WTF, Trump has flipped SHIB. And Shaitoshi said, wow, indeed, congrats to the President of the United States for this temporary achievement. And yes, Trumpcoin did actually flip SHIB in terms of market cap. I said it wouldn't happen, so I was wrong in that. But it's a temporary flip. When volume cools down, when people start taking profit, we could see Trump, frankly, fall all the way back here, right? Now, again, bigger narrative. It's probably going to stick around for at least a long time, and we'll see whether this becomes one of the degen plays of the past, or if it becomes a blue chip crypto as time goes on, because again, it's on Solana. Solana is known for people just chasing and then dumping, right? So the point I want to make is the biggest thing we need to have in this market is patience. This may have, triggered what is going to become this super explosive alt season where SHIB and other assets go on these insane surges to the upside. But at the same time, we have to be patient. We have to let this play out. Again, we've never seen anything happen on this scale before. There's probably going to be huge eyes on crypto now. The interest is probably surged significantly. Actually, I'm going to look at that today. I'm going to look at search metrics throughout the space and what this, in fact, means for that. A few things I didn't get to in this video. Maybe I'll talk about that in another one. But I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below. Where do you think SHIB is headed from here? Do you think we're about to start seeing some of that profit taking and flowing back to assets in the space? But have a great day. Show your love below. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.